Well, welcome out again to the House of Drift here at Irwindale Speedway. An iconic track for a lot of people, including myself. We are entering into top 32. This is Chelsea DeNofa. He joined Vaughn Gittin Jr. in the RTR team. Here's your number one qualifier. 2 points less than perfect. That is Chelsea DeNofa again, 98 points. He gets a bye run, so he advances on to the top 16. So, well, Ed, I'll let you go and take some photos. But any last kind of thoughts on the House of Drift, Irwindale, California, this being its final event here?
It makes me really sad, but I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to be with a whole bunch of passionate automotive fans. So everybody enjoy.
Thank you, Ed. Vaughn Gittin Jr., who is his RTR teammate, going against Robbie Nishida. Well, Robbie Nishida, as I said, this could be his swan song, but he's going to fight for it tooth and nail. Vaughn Gittin Jr. will lead. Robbie Nishida giving chase. Our first battle of this 2017 season. And Vaughn Gittin Jr. high on the bank. Robbie Nishida now gets into formation, works his way up top past that first front clip. There's Vaughn Gittin Jr. quickly getting to that second outer zone. Filling outer zone, Robbie Nishida dropping back. Looks like he's tucking in. Vaughn with a very dominant lead run here. Tight to that front clip are both the drivers. And Vaughn keeping safe distance from that final wall. Nishida qualifying 17th, Vaughn Gittin Jr. 16th, so fairly equally matched according to yesterday's judging criteria. Nishida through that start chicane. And here we go, initiating into the bank. Robbie Nishida lights up the Achilles radials. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gaining some ground, mirroring the angle, drops down a little bit. Now into that front clip. This is where Vaughn Gittin Jr. could strike, show some dominance, but Robbie Nishida with a strong lead run. Great angle from Nishida. As Vaughn, tight proximity there across the finish line, powering through. All right, so going to the judges, slide them left for Robbie and right for Vaughn Gittin Jr. Vaughn Gittin Jr. advances on. Justin Pollock, Kyle Mohan on the start line. Pollock will lead. Justin Pollock qualifying 8th compared to Kyle Mohan's 25th. Now Justin Pollock known to really throw down. Let's see how it goes here. Into the wall. Pollock really motoring ahead. Look at that. Kyle Mohan struggling to gain some ground on him. The rotary MX-5 built to apex. Coming to that second outer zone. Pollock dialed in. Mohan comes up short and loops it. Seeing a little bit of fire kick off the back of that MX-5. Here we go. Kyle Mohan out front. Justin Pollock in the chase position. Mohan lighting him up quickly. Gets to angle. Oh, as Pollock hits the wall. Pollock, hits it once again. So Pollock initiates in the chase position. Ryan, an interesting turn of events here for Justin Pollock.
Well, let's watch Kyle Mohan, because if he finishes this run, it will be 2 incompletes in the chase position, which means the leads would need to be compared.
They're really taking that whole stance thing to another level there. I don't mean to make light of it, but you know. Kyle Mohan, Justin Pollock, slide him left for Mohan, slide him right for Justin Pollock. Welcome back. As you can see, we are seeing Matt Field warming up his tires, and he's going to be going against Cameron Moore. So here we go, Matt Field out front, Cameron Moore in the chase position. Quickly, Matt Field piecing out on Cameron Moore. Now Cameron Moore reeling him in with that 2JZ, nameless performance. GT86 transitioning past that front clip into that second outer zone. The beast from the Bay. Look at Cameron Moore gaining ground. Field tied to that final front clip. Cameron Moore leading, Field giving chase. See the start line between the two drivers. And away they go. Let's see if we got a clean start. And we do. No cones hit. And there goes Cameron Moore ripping out of the gate. Cameron slaps the wall. So at this point, Matt Field is allowed to shut it down. Cameron Moore probably frustrated himself, and that was he was going for it. He was going for it. Matt Field giving a wave out the window. He knows that he will advance on, Ryan.
Yeah, we never encourage a chase driver after there's been an incomplete by the lead driver to continue on drifting, so Matt did the right thing there.
Slide him right for Matt Field or left for Cameron Moore, and you know the answer. Matt Field advances on.
You know, it's going to be really tough to see Robbie go and move on to other things in life, and it's getting to be about that time. 14, 15 years, a lot of these guys got in, started started young, and they're getting older now and looking to do other things. But we're going to certainly miss Robbie Nishida, even though we'll still see him around.
Yeah, we'll still see him around, and that's what I was going to say is he's a great ambassador of the sport. He resides in Japan. You know, he speaks fantastic English. He speaks great Japanese, and he really understands and has a passion for the sport. So what he's going to do is he's better served to kind of get out there and be an ambassador. But all the meanwhile, we're talking about Robbie. On track was Dai Yoshihara. That is Dai Yoshihara's bye run. All right, so Gooden from Florida, Jonathan Castro, Dominican Republic. Two very different cars, different setups, different driving styles. And here we go. Looks like Pat Gooden with a clean start out of the chicane. Castro in the chase position. What do we got? Pat Gooden initiates high on the bank. Jonathan Castro way down. Now brings it up. Past that first front clip are both the drivers. Gooden bring into that second outer zone. You see him back it in, scraping bumper, scraping bash bar as Castro tucked into that Hankook tire smoke. All right, so we have Castro out front, Pat Gooden in the chase position, and it's a clean start. Castro needs to throw down. Ryan, you're talking about pretty low on the bank on initiation, and Castro, once again, he initiates, but he is mid-line right now. That's not where he should be. Oh, but Pat Gooden, a major mistake. So both these guys making major mistakes, but I'll tell you, Pat Gooden completely straightened out. Compared to Castro, he had mistakes. He was low. He wasn't all the way out in the outer zone. But Pat Gooden, and yeah. So Ryan, Pat Gooden shutting it down. And slide him left for Jonathan Castro. Jonathan Castro gets the win. And Forsberg will advance on with this bye run. He's got the fire horns, as I call them, the anti-lag just firing off nitrous. He's throwing the book at this thing. And then sometimes the flames pop out of the back because his exhaust will catch the tires on fire. This thing is just a pyromaniac.
Made for nighttime.
Made for nighttime for sure. Just take a listen to this thing. Sounds like the 4th of July going off. Ryan Turk and Alex Hilbrun leaving the start line. And here we go. Send it, firing off. Ryan Turk into the bank. What's the 4-1-1? Alex Hilbrun throwing some nasty angle at it. Ryan Turk out front. And Alex Hilbrun going on the inside of that front clip. Whoa, Hilbrun going. But a competition timeout has been called. So a 5-minute allotment for Ryan Turk to get back out there, and man, the gremlin strikes again. Ryan Turk was at fault for that contact between him and Hilbrun. We'll finish out the second half of that battle. But right now, Peter Vincik, what looks to be like James Dean is not. James Dean has the blue roof. Peter Vincik has the red. Peter Vincik, the Polish driver, he qualified second yesterday. So Ryan, that would be an awesome statement for him to show that he is a contender. Formula Drift rookie from Poland, Peter Vincik at Wardhouse Drift Team Falcon Tires S15. Transitioning into, man, he is ripping. I mean, just getting that clean air. I mean, listen to the exhaust now. Right now it's Dan Burkett, Christophe Bluch. Christophe Bluch qualified 18th. It looks like 30 seconds left on the clock, and we saw Ryan Turk's team thrashing to close the hood there. Right now, Dan Burkett and Christophe Bluch. You got to wonder what, you know, because right now Christophe Bluch is in contention for a top 3 finish, but Dan Burkett really high on the bank, looks strong. Dan Burkett, you'll see him a regular here at Thursday Night Drift, which is just an open, fun event for a lot of the drifters to get some track time here at this iconic track. Dan Burkett tight to that front clip, as is Christoph's. Look, whoa!
Not the place you want to bang up the car after the finish line.
Ryan Turk was not able to make it. So Alex Hilbrun will advance on into the top 16 in this IMR Nitto Tire Field Suspension BMW. So Hilbrun in that second outer zone, Ryan.
Yeah, I was just going to give you a quick reminder of where we are in the championship standings. Ryan Turk was 7th place coming into this, so a top 32 knockout is definitely going to hurt there.
All right, so Frederick Osbo, Farouk here in this battle. So Farouk, you can see getting a little bit of a jump, but that is allowed. That is allowed for the chase car, but Frederick Osbo quickly making himself superior here as Farouk. Back there quite a bit. Frederick Osbo ripping past that first front clip and now into that second outer zone. And Osbo flirting with that wall a little bit. Farouk Kawai out front. Frederick Osbo in the chase position. Farouk initiates middle of the road, middle of the bank for Farouk. Past that first front clip into that second outer zone. Farouk taps the wall. As Farouk brings around that final clip. Frederick Osbo really struggling there in that chase position. And there it is, Frederick Osbo advances on. Osbo gets the victory. Alec Honadell, Jeff Jones. Jones with a massive jump there. Let's see how Honadell battles that. And Honadell out front strongly. Fix your fuel. Nexen Tires S14. Here comes Honadell into that second outer zone. Jeff Jones in tow, and you can see Honadell, boom, right there on that final front clip. All right, so again, Jones, Honadell, second half of this battle. Who's going to come out on top? Jones was back there quite a ways. Honadell wants to apply the pressure. Honadell foregoing some proximity to gain some ground, or some angle, excuse me, but now definitely gain some ground and proximity. But Honadell now a very shallow angle past that front clip. Jeff Jones very twitchy out front, now gets out to that outer zone. And bumpers exploding. That was, I mean, as Honadell rip some donuts and some Bernies for some good measure. All right, slide him left for Jones, slide him right for Honadell. And Alec Honadell gets the victory. Alec Honadell gets the victory. All right, well, Christophe Belush here. This is the second half of this battle. Christophe Belush, HGK Racing, Eurofighter. When they got in that tussle, he is back quite a bit. Oh, and look at this. Quickly, Dan Burkett goes on the side of Christophe Belush. And Belush way down. You can see they ripped off that front right corner, that carbon Kevlar fender. And now into that second outer zone. Christophe Belush, I have to assume, a little bit of red in his eyes. He looks like he might be seeing red as, again, he grenaded his engine on Thursday night. Had nitrous in it, threw the whole bottle at it. Didn't have the jets in it, and grenaded the Mass Motorsports engine. Here we go. Slide him left for Christophe Belush. Slide him left, right for Dan Burkett. And Christophe Belush gets the victory. James Dean comes back in grand fashion. And once those lights extinguish, he will cross that start line and the Irish flag. We have our first ever Irish Drift Champion in the Formula Drift Championship. James Dean is your 2017 Formula Drift Champion in a grand fashion. Can he make that even better? Can he make his birthday even more emotional, magnanimous? His mother and father making their way from Ireland. They are here in the building, and the Irish fans are cheering him on around the globe. Some say he's the best drifter in the world, and right now, there's his hand out the window. The #1 is flying, the Irish flags are waving, and there's his team. James Dean is your 2017 Formula Drift Champion, piloting the Wordhouse Drift Team, Falcon Tires S15. Make some noise for James the Machine Dean. Dean Carney will lead. Ken Gucci will give chase. All right, so Dean out front. Dean initiating into the bank. There goes Goosh. Goosh with some wavering. Falls off, but back into it. And Dean Carney past that first front clip, powering through that second outer bank. Oh, and Gucci hard into the wall. And Dean Carney ablaze. Well, as you can see down on the track, Dean Carney, he is still stranded down there because the one tow truck is being occupied by Ken Gucci, and the track is completely drizzled with oil coming off of Dean Carnage's car. So after further inspection, basically, we have our officials. We don't have anything official right now, but Dean Carnage's oil and basically the fluid left on track could have caused Ken Gucci to go into the wall.
Basically, our rules are designed for car versus car crashes, not for a car that dumps oil on the ground and makes the other car crash. So this is an odd case, so we're actually going to let both cars fix their vehicles over our halftime break and then run the last battle of this run once we fire up again.
Right now, we have the bye run of Michael Essa. Michael Essa qualified 6th, so he has a bye run into the top 16.
You know, the Irwindale staff does an incredible job making sure that the track conditions are safe, but nonetheless, you got a lot of liquid down that needs to be accounted for, and Michael Essa will most likely take it easy here. That's all he needs to do is show up to the line to get his bye run. He qualified very well yesterday. He deserves his pass into the top 16. And then we'll move on to our final battle here, Odie Bakchis versus Matt Kaufman. And like you said, Jared, we'll be revisiting the second half of Dean Carney and Ken Gucci.
Well, Michael Essa not going too easy through it, just kind of keeping it consistent. All right, so here we go. We are seeing Odie Bakchis, Matt Kaufman, Larry Chen snapping away there. If Kaufman takes out Bakchis, third place is looking like an open spot.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Very important battle here between these two competitors and for the overall standings.
Bakchis out front. Here we go. Bakchis initiates into the bank. Kaufman back quite a bit. You see him taking some angle out of the car to gain some ground. Past that front clip, Kaufman a very shallow angle in that chase position, and Kaufman goes into the wall. Kaufman hard into the wall, comes to a halt. Bakchis continues on through the course. Yeah, so unfortunate for Kaufman. You can see he's out of the car, which is good. The tow truck being really utilized here in top 32 already. 5 seconds left. And I do not, yeah, I'm seeing frustration there from Kaufman. And it looks like the time will expire. So you could see, again, Kaufman, frustration kicks in here, and the car will not be seeing competition. So Odie Bakchis will have his bye run and advance on. So a friendly reminder, the craziness that ensued in top 32, we have a champion. That is James Dean. Going for third is Odie Bakchis. Frederick Osbo pretty much has locked up second place in the 2017 championship once again. And then again, third place battle. But we also will be seeing in the top 17 Dean Carney and Ken Gucci, because the second half of that battle that we saw Dean Carney at fault, spilling some oil. So again, we will be delaying the opening ceremonies. They will kick off at 7:20 p.m. as Odie Bakchis rips into this iconic track. And with that, Odie Bakchis is in the top 16 and still fighting for a top 3 finish in the 2017 season. We will be visiting the top 16 here in just moments. Ryan, update on that top 16, or basically the 17, because I would thought we would go right into Dean and Gucci.
Yeah, and it looks like we will pretty much go right into that and try to set up that battle for Ken and Dean. Ken Gucci does have, once we got back into play here, he does have his competition timeout that he can use. That is on, he's on the clock there. You can see it running.
Oh, okay.
We are hearing some, fairly bad news for Dean, and, it's not even certain that Ken will even be able to make it to the line either. So we'll talk about that more in detail when we get there.
All right, thank you very much. Here we go, our first battle of the top 16. Chelsea Nova, Vaughn Gittin Jr. We saw them go at it. And there is Chelsea Nova initiating Vaughn Gittin Jr. right there. And Chelsea Nova, your #1 qualifier. Having a go for the first battle here. Oh, and sparks are flying for Chelsea Nova, ripping that BC. Look at him. Hanging it on the wall. Oh, doctor, look at this. Chelsea Nova. Woo! That was definitely exciting, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. will now lead. You can see the signature green lights there on the nose of that Ford Mustang. Vaughn out front. Chelsea Nova in that chase position. Chelsea Nova with kind of a weird initiation there. Initiated quite a few car lengths back from Vaughn Gittin Jr. Now Vaughn Gittin Jr. sticks it to the wall. Chelsea Nova pushes too hard. He hangs it out and cannot reel it back in. As Vaughn Gittin Jr. now he taps the wall. Anything you could do, I could do better, as the song goes. Oh man, unfortunate for Chelsea Nova. He had a strong lead run, but he bit off more than he could chew, Ryan. Slide him left for Vaughn, slide him right for Denofa, and there it is. Vaughn Gittin Jr. advances on. Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets the victory. So Justin Pollock, Matt Field, they are our next battle ready to go. Ryan, you're kind of getting an update on what unfolded down in the pits.
We had an incident where Dean Carney laid down some oil, and Ken Gucci drove through it, crashed into the wall. The judges deemed fault to Dean Carney. He then subsequently blew his motor. He was out of competition. We gave Gucci and Dean the halftime break to fix their vehicle. Gucci also had his 5 minutes. That just ran out. So now we have an open bracket from 32 where James Dean, the champion, is going to have a one step closer to victory because we're going to have an empty bracket from Dean and Ken Gucci. Well, that's not going to be filled. Wouldn't it be? Yes, but then Gucci is not able to. Yeah,
Gucci's not able to obviously advance in the competition, but he is entitled to the points.
Correct.
So again, no further. But James Dean will get a fast pass now from the 32, the 16, and now the 8. Due to Ken Gucci and Dean Carney's retirement. So here we go, Justin Pollock, Matt Field. Second battle of the top 16. We are live here at the O'Reilly Auto Parts title fight. JTP flicking it in. Wow, massive angle there. These guys, two very aggressive drivers. Mid to high now on the bank. Pollock taps the wall. Matt Field shadowing him. Nice job by Field. Little shallow off that front clip. Now Field firing off, gaining some ground. That lead position by Justin Pollock being held tough as Field brings it on through. All right, so here we go. Field out front. Field initiates into the big bank. Field a lot higher than Pollock was on that, but now he gets into the side of Field. Close on that front clip. Whoa! Like the rate to angle from Justin Pollock, and Field using all of the course. Brings it tight to that final front clip. Field, massive angle there. Slide him left for Field, right for Pollock. That's a one more time from all of the judges. Yoshihara will lead. Castro will be given chase on this battle. And the lights are extinguished. What do we got? Two very different builds under the hood. You got the 4-cylinder turbo versus that turbo V8. But Castro hanging in there, nice job. A little lower on the bank. Yoshihara, great angle there. Castro on the transition, comes up shallow. Now trying to massage it back into that outer zone. Yoshihara, Castro, look at that, great proximity, gets close, takes out that Black Magic Intense front clip. All right, here's the second half of this battle, Castro and Yoshihara. The third battle here in the top 16. Again, we have locked in the champion of James Dean and second place overall. The real battle, the tough one, a very close one, is that for third place overall in the 2017 season. And here comes Castro out front. Castro lighting up quickly. Good rate to angle. Dai Yoshihara sparking. Woo-wee! Look at that. Castro and Yoshihara. Yoshihara dropping back a little bit on that transition, but now reeling him in. Castro, big angle, backs it into the wall. And around that final clip, makes some noise for Castro and Yoshihara. Slide him left for Castro, right for Yoshihara. Andy, Ryan, and Brian unanimously say Daijiro Yoshihara. Next up, Chris the Force Forsberg, another champion, 3 championships under his belt. He is your defending, but actually no longer, as we have crowned a champion, but most recent champion until this evening. Going against Alex Hilbrun, who is definitely one to watch. All right, Forsberg out front. Hilbrun in the chase position. Forsberg initiates, as does Hilbrun. Forsberg working his way up top. Hilbrun right there shadowing him. Really applying the pressure to Chris Forsberg, bringing it into that second outer zone as Chris Forsberg. Hilbrun, woo, right there on the door. Hilbrun making his presence felt against the 3-time champion Chris Forsberg. All right, so here comes Hilbrun. Hilbrun and Forsberg. Hilbrun throwing it in. Forsberg now gaining some ground. Hilbrun looks like he almost got into the wall. He potentially even tapped it. Tight to that front clip. Hilbrun in that second outer zone. Whoa, tapping it, stays in it. Hilbrun bashed up the back end of that beamer and powers through. Alex Hilbrun. And here we go. Slide him left for Hilbrun, right for Forsberg. Andy, Ryan, and Brian are saying, Andy says, and all of them say, Alex Hilbrun. Hilbrun advances on into the Great 8. He'll be going against Dai Yoshihara in the Great 8. And here we go. Lights extinguish, and we're ready to send it. This one more time battle. JTP and Matt Field. Justin Pollock initiates. Matt Field right there in the mix. Both of them throwing some sparks. Justin Pollock getting a little out of shape, but now right back into it. Both of these gunners right now as Pollock tight to that front clip. Well done by both of them. Woo! All right, so Matt Field will now lead. Justin Pollock will give chase. These guys too, very aggressive drivers, fun drivers to watch. So it's I would say a fairly equally matched as far as driving prowess. You never know what to expect. Never know what to expect. And right there, quickly, Justin Pollock drops behind Matt Field. Tapping the brakes, Field staying on it. You can see him. Transition past that front clip. Big angle there. Bringing it into that final clip. Ryan, man, I mean, we're splitting hairs here. Slide him left for Field, right for Justin Pollock. And Justin Pollock unanimously gets the victory. Justin Pollock takes the victory, and he'll be going against Vaughn Gittin Jr. Peter Vincic, he's on Falcon Tires, going against that brand new E92 Eurofighter of Kristaps Blush. This should be a really good one to watch. You got Peter Vincic, who qualified second. Kristaps Blush, who is making his first competition debut with this vehicle, qualifies 18th. So Peter Vincic, Kristaps Blush, they have very similar styles. And with Kristaps not having a lot of seat time behind the wheel of this vehicle, we'll see how he fares. And Peter Vincic quickly getting to angle. A lot of composure there from Peter Vincic. Past that front clip, Kristaps off it quite a bit. Kristaps into that second outer zone. You can see Kristaps chasing down a nearly perfect run there from Peter Vincic. Again, your number 2 qualifier, a solid lead run. Okay, so just inspecting the vehicle, seeing if we had some contact there or any debris out there on track. Thanks for tuning in. Hashtag FDIRW. Keep the conversation going. Let everybody know you're watching the O'Reilly Auto Parts title fight. Again, if you haven't already checked out the eBay auction, the Hurricane Relief Go to formuladee.com, bid on some cool souvenirs and parts, and give towards a good cause. Here we go, Christoph Blush and Peter Vincek. Christoph's lighting it up. Peter Vincek right there. You can see him riding that left foot brake, man. Standing on it. Oh, and Peter Vincek checks up a bit too early and straightens out quite a bit. Ryan say, oh! And now Christoph Blush. And those are both independent, incomplete runs, Ryan. All right, so slide him left for Blush, slide him right for Peter Vincek. And Peter Vincek gets the victory. And we are about to see this battle, Osbo versus Honadel. Osbo will lead. 4-cylinder turbo versus that supercharged V8 under the hood of Alex's vehicle. Initiating is Osbo, getting quickly up to the big bank. Honadel has that proximity. Oh, and we got some exploding taillights there. And it looked like Honadel got a little too aggressive. All right, so Honadel was at fault. And here we go. Honadel initiating. It's like Osbo finally catching up to Alec. Now past that front clip, a quick and quite a bit of distance between Honadel and that front clip. Getting into that second outer zone as Honadel. Maxed out angle from Honadel. Nice job from him. All right, so as you can see off in the distance, Essa warming up the tires, but there is Frederick Osbo. Osbo advancing on into the Great 8. The top 3 spot is, I would say, still up for grabs as Essa and Bakshi's our final battle of the top 16. And they are out, so that means it's go time. Essa out front, Bakshi's in the chase position. What do you got, fellas? Essa throws it down. You see that back trunk waving as he got into the wall. And there's Odi Bakshi's. Gets to the side of Essa into that second outer zone. Working it all the way in. Nice job by Essa out front. Doesn't get all the way to the outside, but man, Bakshi's really up in the mix. Well done. So here we go. Odi Bakshi's will lead. Michael Essa giving chase. Odi ripping out front. About 75% up the bank as Essa keeps it high. Again, the chase car needs to utilize that lead car as a moving clipping point. Quite a considerable gap here as Odi Bakshi's hangs it out there on that second outer zone. Narrowly just blowing over that front clip. Well executed by Odi Bakshi's. Slide him left for Odi or right for Michael Essa. And Odi Bakshi's gets the win. Odi Bakshi's gets the victory and advances on. We're about to see our first battle of the Grade 8. Vaughn Gittin Jr. versus Justin Pollock. An all Mustang battle. Justin Pollock in that Roush Performance. Falcon Tires, Ford Mustang. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Monster Energy, Nitto Tire. Ford Performance, Mustang RTR. Send it, here we go. All Mustang battle. Who's gonna be the strongest pony here at the House of Drift? JTP initiates. Vaughn Gittin Jr. now pours some more angle onto it. JTP high on the bank. Vaughn Gittin Jr. sparking and flying. Into that second outer zone is JTP. Vaughn Gittin Jr. ripping into that second outer zone. Massive angle and tight to the wall is JTP. Vaughn Gittin Jr. applying the pressure across the finish line. Woo! All right, Vaughn Gittin Jr. out front, and Justin Pollock. Oh, wow, Justin Pollock. And interesting, looks like he threw himself out of character, and now Justin nosing in. If Vaughn keeps it sideways, he's got the clean air. He doesn't have to worry about what Justin Pollock's doing, keeping it consistent. And unfortunately, it looks like Justin Pollock might have taken himself out. Oh, buddy, maxing that angle. If he was in that chase position, he probably would have gotten smacked, man. Slide him left for Vaughn Gittin Jr., right for Justin Pollock, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. gets the victory. All right, Dai Yoshihara, Alex Hilbrun will give chase as, again, our second battle of the Great Eight. Join us on track at the podium ceremony. You can see the podium out there, so join us. Who's going to get on top? It's going to be Dio Shihara, Alex Hilbrun. Still have some more battles and tires to burn. Dio Shihara, turn 14 distribution into that turn 1 of the big bank. Falcon tires smoke being thrown in Hilbrun's face. Dio Shihara past that first front clip. Hilbrun, massive angle. And now Dio Shihara past that front clip. Hilbrun, I'm surprised. I thought he was either going to go to the wall or rotate. On the other side of the bracket, next up will be Peter Vincic versus Frederick Osbo. Then finally James Dean versus Odie Bakshis. Vaughn Gittin Jr. already in the Final Four. Who's going to come out on top? Hilbrun or Yoshihara? Firing off. Hilbrun, a big gap already. Can Dio Shihara gain some ground? Sparks flying off of Yoshihara's vehicle. Hilbrun transitioning. Dio Shihara. Woo! Now bringing him into that second outer zone. Hilbrun shaving his tail light. And across the finish line go both the drivers. Slide him left for Hilbrun, slide him right for Dio Shihara. Andy says one more time. Ryan says Dio Shihara, and Brian says Dio Shihara gets the win and advances on into the Final Four. And here we go. Peter Vincic, Frederick Osbo. The third battle of the Great Eight. Who's going into the Final Four? The Wordhouse Drifting Falcon Tires S15. And there it is. Boom. Oh, look at Frederick Osbo. Rise to the occasion, literally. Past that front clip. Osbo had a very uncharacteristic transition past that front clip. But look at Peter Vincic. That's what I was talking about. Maybe he took the machine's heart or something, but he is on it. Peter Vincic crushing some chocolate and crushing some game. Can he hang out there with Frederick Osbo? Osbo initiating into the bank. Here comes Peter Vincic. Look at that, mirroring the angle, and yes he can is the answer. Peter Vincic, oh doctor, look at this. Let's see how he goes into that second outer zone. He's feeling the flow. Osbo with a great lead run, but Peter Vincic is on fire. Woo! Make some noise, Irwindale and Poland, for your Polish driver, Peter Vincic, dropping hammers. Peter Vincic gets the victory, takes out Frederick Osbo. Our final battle of the Great Eight, James Dean and Odie Bakshis. Can Odie Bakshis put the champion in his place? Here is your 2017 Formula Drift champion, Wordhouse Drifting Falcon Tires S15, James Dean. But now he just wants to put icing on his birthday cake. But Odie Bakshis is going to try to put a stop to that. Pop his balloons here at the party. James Dean high on the bank. Odie Bakshis dropping down a little bit, but now he's going to try to reel him in. Oh, and we got contact. Dean and Odie both going into the wall. Looks like James Dean will get the victory by default because Odie was at fault. So that would mean he was intended to go against Peter. Peter goes to the finals. So we really only have one battle left in the Final Four, and that is Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Dio Shihara. So time has officially expired. You can see they were spinning that arm off to get it off. So there was a major issue there. So next up, we'll be seeing Vaughn Gittin Jr. and Dio Shihara. All right, here we go. Our first battle of the Final Four. Daijiro Yoshihara, turn 14 distribution, Falcon Tires, Subaru PRZ, going against Vaughn Gittin Jr. Dio Shihara initiates. Vaughn Gittin Jr. inching closer, not mirroring exactly the angle of Dio Shihara. Higher on the bank, now coming past that critical front clip. Well done by both the drivers. Wow, Dio Shihara locking up all four, as Vaughn Gittin Jr. does not get all the way to the outside zone, but does keep the proximity to Dio Shihara. All right, Vaughn Gittin Jr. will now lead. He wants to get back on the box, as does Dio Shihara, who's going to get the win to go against Peter Vincic. Vaughn Gittin Jr. Dio initiating almost simultaneously. Vaughn about mid-bank. Dai Yoshihara right there. Transitioning. Oh, Dai not getting close proximity to that front clip. Now Vaughn going deep into that outer zone. Dai taking out that final front clipping point. Slide him left for Vaughn Gittin Jr., right for Daijiro Yoshihara. And there's a one more time from Andy Ryan, and it's a one more time. Shine it on Peter Vincic. This is his bye run. He's going for his first ever podium, and now it's going to be either first or second place. So hold up your lights on your phones. Hold them in the air as he goes by. As Peter Vincic on his bye run. He is in the finals. He's going against either Vaughn Gittin Jr. or Dai Yoshihara. Hold up your phones like a lighter. Peter Vincic throwing it down here on the bank. Again, a bye run for him. Hold him up, shine him on Peter Vincic. He's disqualified. That's it. That's an incomplete run. He lost. Okay, so Dai Yoshihara, Vaughn Gittin Jr. We are sending cars here in this one more time battle. Where are my Dai Yoshihara fans at? Make some noise. Where are my Vaughn Gittin Jr. fans at? Make some noise. Let's send it Irwindale, two champions of the sport, Dai Yoshihara and Vaughn Gittin Jr. Who's going to come out and go against the Polish Formula Drift rookie of Peter Vincic, Dai Yoshihara. Amazing angle. Vaughn Gittin Jr. not as high. Once again, duplicating. Vaughn Gittin Jr. getting a little sketchy there, using all the track. Is that going to work out? Vaughn gets into the wall. Three-wheel motion of a different kind. As Dai Yoshihara powers past the finish line and Vaughn Gittin Jr. limps across. So I would have to assume that Dai Yoshihara has a major advantage here. Vaughn needs to put down a solid, strong run out front. The winner getting to advance on, go against Peter Vincic, and we're ready to send it here. Boom. Vaughn Gittin Jr. out front. Dai Yoshihara in the chase position. We have a clean start through the start chicane. Vaughn Gittin Jr. initiates, locks him up, throws it into the bank. Dai Yoshihara gaining proximity. Vaughn Gittin Jr. high and tight on that bank. Transitioning into that front clip. Dai Yoshihara looking very similar to his lead run. Clean into that second outer zone. Dai Yoshihara past that final front clip, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. maxing it out. All right, slide him left for Vaughn Gittin Jr., right for Dai Yoshihara, who's going to the finals against Peter Vincic. Daijiro Yoshihara is going to the finals. We are seeing Peter Vincic warm up his Falcon tires, and now pulls to the start line for his first Formula Drift podium. Is it going to be a win? He's going against another Falcon tire driver, Dai Yoshihara. Here we go, we're ready to send it on three. Let's yell send it. 1, 2, 3, send it! Here we go. Peter Vincic, Dai Yoshihara. The O'Reilly Auto Parts title fight going into the big bank. Peter Vincic on it. Big angle from him. Avoids the wall, no problem. Now past that front clip goes Peter and Dai. Peter Vincic riding that wall. Unbelievable placement of the S15 Silvia past that final front clip. Here we go, let's send it, the House of Drift, for what could be the final time here at Irwindale Speedway. Dai Yoshihara, the smoke machine is on. Peter Vincic, great proximity. Can he maintain that? Going past that front clip, Peter Vincic takes it out. Dai Yoshihara on that back outer zone, but Peter Vincic regains composure. Is it Peter Vincic or Dai Yoshihara for the win? Are you kidding me? Send it, Irwindale! Woo! Make some noise for him. Your third place finisher here at Irwindale. Again, your third place finisher here at the House of Drift in the Wordhouse Drift Team Falcon Tires S15 from Ireland. Third place here, James Dean. James Dean, your third place finisher. All right, gentlemen, and your final winner here at the infamous House of Drift. The O'Reilly Auto Parts title fight, the final round, round 8 of 8 of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. Your winner here for the final House of Drift on Falcon Tires. The Wordhouse Drift Team Falcon Tires S15, Peter Vincic is your winner. Peter Vincic is your winner here at the House of Drift. Peter Vincic grabs the win. And it's a Falcon Tire sweep because second place here at the House of Drift. He's back on the podium. The visor brought some luck in the turn 14 distribution. Falcon Tire Subaru BRZ is Daijiro Yoshihara. Daijiro Yoshihara got second place. Dai Yoshihara grabs second place here at the House of Drift. Ryan Sage, I'm gonna make my way down there. Lorette's gonna grab some interviews. Ryan, we'll see you down at the podium.